Well, greetings from Bishop Fenwick. Happy holidays. This edition of Tuesdays with Tom coming to you between Christmas and New Year's. I have my Christmas present to myself, my new Fenwick vest on. And of course, so much is happening here at Fenwick over what we might call the break. Our athletic teams, swimming, track and field, basketball, gymnastics, wrestling, hockey, all fully engaged during this Christmas holiday. And of course, beyond that, even more things happening here at Fenwick. We have admissions tours and interviews taking place these days, and tomorrow we'll have a special event for the class of 2020. So both for the alumni and for the newest members of our Crusader community, always something happening here at Fenwick. And of course, amidst it all is this extraordinarily, extremely fluid situation of the pandemic. And I wanted to send this message out to everybody just to help you understand that we are aware of all that's happening, and we are trying to discern always and every day the best path forward for Fenwick. So certainly the pandemic has affected everything from the NHL to the NFL. It's altered travel plans and altered holiday gatherings. It's certainly affected everything from bowl games to Broadway plays, right? And we hear about so much even in our local community. Harvard going remote for a little bit of time in January. Boston Public Schools suspended all athletic programs for a period of time. There's a great deal that's happening, including indoor mask mandates, right, for various cities and towns, including parishes in the Archdiocese of Boston. And then there are also even some talk about vaccine mandates, or at least proof of vaccination, going into certain restaurants or venues or what have you. There's the dramatic, really unexpected rise in cases because of the Omicron variant. And there's this ever-changing landscape, very complex realities, including the new guidelines issued by the CDC last night. Some of those guidelines, we think, oh great, the quarantine is now 5 days rather than 10 days. On the other hand, there's much greater emphasis on not only being fully vaccinated, but being fully boosted. And what does that mean for us as we come back from the break? Well, let me share with you the three priorities of Bishop Fenwick. They've always been these three priorities. One, the health, safety, and well-being of our community. That's most important. The health, safety, and well-being of everyone in our community. That's students and parents and family members, and it's faculty and staff and their family members. Two, school. School. That's why I'm in a classroom today. Real school. That's the most important thing that we do here at Fenwick. The classroom, the most important room in the school. And why do we say that everything else is an extension of the classroom? Well, because it all starts here. And third, everything else. Clubs, activities, sports, performances, all of those things that we know are so critical to the health and well-being of every young person entrusted to our care. So, just a way of saying to you that we anticipate returning as we left, all together, all in person, with things in place like mandatory mask wearing, like the test and stay program that's worked so well, and all of the other things we do to keep everybody safe. Now, right behind me it says, one of the great signs in Senor Timpson's room, I persevere when I am frustrated. Well, these are frustrating times, aren't they? Because we're so fatigued, and there's so much stress and so much anxiety, not only for our students, but for our faculty and staff, and really for our families. I don't think I've ever seen a level of stress and anxiety among families that's so intense as it is now. So trust that we are going to work through this process together as we always do. And finally, this date, December 28th, 1975. I want to make sure I have that date right. Roger Staubach throws this to Drew Pearson with 32 seconds left to defeat the Vikings in the playoffs. What was it? The first Hail Mary pass Well, let's say a Hail Mary for each other as we approach the new year and trust that we're all going to be back here safely on Monday the 3rd. If there's anything that changes about that, I'll certainly be in touch with you. Blessings for a healthy and happy 22. Take care.